Hey guys, this is a video tutorial to help you find out how to use the library's online catalog and articles databases for your research project. So, um, first we need to be at the El Camino College webpage, um, and you can actually search in the search bar for just library, and the first result is the actual library's webpage, or you can scroll down and click on the Library Learning Resources link. From there, if you want to search the catalog for actual books, see, there's a book. Or also, there might be a book. There are ebooks as well as actual hardbound paper books that are part of the library's collection. You can directly go to the library online catalog there. That'll take you to a place to search for books. Or you can go to it by getting to Sharman Library. If we click on that, this is the main page for all of the library's resources, which are mostly the library online catalog and then the database access, which we'll cover in a minute. So let's click on Library Online Catalog. Now, I'd recommend starting out with just a keyword search and leaving it as it is. You do also have the option for searching for a few other things, but if you go with keyword, it'll just look for an appearance of your search term anywhere in the different sources. So let's do social media. Looks like I've done a search for that recently. All libraries, there we go. We have 813 sources that mention social media. Now, that's pretty awesome. That means there are actually 813 sources that do mention social media somewhere. That might be worthwhile. Now, notice that some of these say website and others don't. The ones that say general collection or something like that, location, and then they give a call number and say available, that means it's an actual book that you would need to go to the library to get. There's also ebooks. See, it'll actually say ebook and says website. Now, if you just want to restrict your search to only ebooks, which you can do, click on Modify Search, and then you go down here, and it says Material Type. Click ebooks, and then you can click submit. And we still have quite a lot of sources, 180 to look at. So these kinds of sources will count as your book source for the research project. So there we are. Let's go back a few pages to the database thing. So the databases are collections of different articles that the library pays for. They're like little separate internets. Let's click on this. Now, the databases are organized by subject or by kind of source specialization type, and you can also search them by an A to Z list. If we click on the A to Z list, here we go. You have all the different databases by name. And you can tell a little bit about the database by their name. For instance, Medline probably has some stuff on medical issues. Literature Resource Center, probably going to talk a lot about literature and literature criticism online, poetry criticism and short story criticism. I think it is what it says it is. Some of the better general databases, which we might use for this project, include CQ Researcher, EBSCOhost Academic Search Premier, EBSCOhost Master File Premier, Opposing Viewpoints in Context, and Issues and Controversies. Those are some of my favorites. Let's go look at EBSCOhost Academic Search Premier. Now, if you're accessing this on campus, you'll get taken right to the database homepage. If you're accessing from off campus, you might need to enter in your name and student ID number at one time, and that'll give you access to all the different databases. So a note here, let's search for social media. And look, it even suggests possible searches just like Google would. Let's do social media and relationships. And it gives us 6,247 results. Some of these are going to be good. Notice that these top results do offer HTML or PDF full text. What that means is that the whole article is actually available online. Sometimes you get results that are not actually available online. Why they bother giving us those results, I don't know. But if you want to just eliminate the ones where you can't read the article online, click the full text button over here. See, I have to enter that. And then my ID number. There we are. Click submit. Oh, darn it. And here we are. So that eliminated a few of them, and here we are. So let's see. Some of these, mentoring in the digital age, social media use, and adult-youth relationships. That might be worthwhile. Some of these, well, let's see. Let's have a look at this one. This is going to be an academic journal source. Note that it lists all the different subjects that are associated with it. If you click on one of these links, it'll take you, it basically does another search that shows you other articles that are also organized under that subject heading. Now, you don't actually have to read the whole article in order to figure out whether or not it's going to be helpful. Or if maybe it's an article like it was written by people with PhDs for other people with PhDs. And it might be too high of a reading level. But we can read this thing called the abstract, which is like a summary of the source. So you can read this first before you need to start reading the actual article itself. So there we are. And that's fine. That one actually didn't give the full text. There we are. So there we go. So sometimes you might have to go back and make sure that that's checked. So that's one article database, and that does open up in a new tab. So if you want to come back and, let's say, search one of my favorites, opposing viewpoints in context, that's a different database that organizes issues based on kind of like, it tries to look for both sides or at least two sides of the current issue. So if we say, again, social media, or maybe let's do online game. Now, looks like if you notice, we've got gaming, gambling, games, gamers, gaming industry, game developer, all this different stuff. If you put a little asterisk, that'll search for all of them. So let's do that. Well, this will be interesting. Video game culture does not promote antisocial behaviors. These viewpoints are kind of thesis-driven essays that they have access to. Academic journals, these are articles probably written by professors and scholars in the field. You can also get statistics just to find out if you need a particular statistic. If you want to listen to something, often these are NPR pieces. News articles, there we've got that. And even interestingly, a collection of a bunch of different images, videos, references, magazine sources, and even websites, so that you could potentially get your web credit, your website source credit there. Let's look at video game culture does not promote antisocial behaviors. Again, you don't have to read the whole article. You do have an abstract here that's kind of a summary of it. And then if you read the summary and it sounds like it might be something you might use, there's the whole article right there. Then remember, you do have works cited page due, so you're going to need to cite these. One of the things that's great about both opposing viewpoints in context and EBSCOhost is that if you find an article that you'd really like to use, they both include citation tools. So they kind of create this the citation for your works cited list for you. So if we click on that, Opposing viewpoints and context goes automatically to MLA 7th edition. So all you would have to do is copy or highlight, right click, copy, and then paste that into your works cited page, which is pretty handy. There's a couple little reformatting things that you'll need to do, but for the most part, that's it. Um, Similarly, over here in EBSCOhost, they've got Cite. Theirs is actually a little bit more comprehensive of a tool. If say uh, you're taking a psychology class and you need to use APA format instead of MLA, you could do that. But for us, you would scroll down to MLA, highlight, right-click, copy, and then paste that into your thing. So that's the basics of the research, and if you have any questions, please let me know in private messages, or you can also uh, ask a librarian. They're super, super helpful. Um, they do have there's their hours, there's their phone number, and the librarians are trained and ready and available to help you with any questions that you have. So there we go.